So today I'm going to share with you how I have found a way to obtain a type of peace for myself. The very first step that I took, which I think we all have the tendency to naturally take just because of human nature, because it's kind of like one of those things they say if you hurt something or have a injured part of your body, you'll have a desire to protect it. Or if you are lacking a certain like vitamin or something, you'll have certain cravings to make up for that. I think we have a tendency to shut ourselves off when we want peace. Um, but the way we go about it is where we kind of find you know, good and bad habits. Some things work out, some things don't. So I've tried out a lot. I've done a lot of observing and testing, trial and error, whole lot of error, but a whole lot of tries. And the very first thing I did was set up boundaries, just like a caterpillar looking to kind of isolate yourself from the world. But it doesn't mean like you have to say, "Oh, everybody's just trash," and I'm gonna just climb in a hole and hide from all these trash people. You don't have to like project externally to kind of like observe internally. So it's all right to set boundaries. Like, here's an example of one that changed my life completely. Um, I don't answer the phone before 12 o'clock. I've changed the time throughout the process and throughout the years. It used to be when I first started off, it was 2 o'clock. Don't contact me before 2. But I found a nice medium at 12. The reason why is because if it's an emergency, you probably need to call 911. But if it's not an emergency and you're calling, you're probably interrupting a thought path that I have for myself because when I first wake up, I start thinking, okay, what do I need to do today? I need to do this, 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 and this. And if I don't get my priority list done with my best energy, then I'm just left with the rest energy. And I'm running around trying to take care of you, or I'm, talking you through some issues you have, 30 minutes, an hour, and then somebody else calls, and then somebody else calls. And then before you know it, ADHD kicks in, and I forgot what I was doing to begin with anyway. And I tried different things. I tried, okay, well, maybe I just need to be better at multitasking. That's what I was looking at. Like, the issue is me. I need to have headphones while I'm doing this stuff. That way I can be on the phone and still physically cleaning or whatever I got to do. But to be real, to have body, mind, and spirit all in one area for you, it means so much, especially if you're the type of person that helps others all the time, which I am. I'm an empath and I'm always helping folks. But to be honest, I should give myself the best energy and give them the rest energy because what kind of help are you getting if it's not the best help that can be given? I have to work on bettering myself and taking care of myself. Otherwise, I'm in shambles. Can't help somebody else stand up if I got one leg to stand on myself. So, all that being said, setting boundaries in that way set up a big difference. I started off with the whole, oh, well, I'm not going out. I set financial boundaries to where I wouldn't spend a certain amount of money, but that only got me so far. I wouldn't go out a certain number of times. That only got me so far. But the one that reaped the greatest results was in the morning at my peak, at my best, from 6 a.m. to about 2 p.m. I'm pretty good. I can get an entire day's worth of stuff and at times an entire week's worth of stuff, depending on what the task is, done in those 6 hours. Granted, yeah, it takes a couple of hours to kind of get up, knock the funk out, and get the rolling. So about 8 o'clock, I'm moving. I'm able to run my errands. I'm able to maintain my home. I'm able to maintain myself, have my tea. Um, it's nice. So by 12, 1 o'clock, I can answer the phone, listen to somebody talk some junk for a while. But all right, man, well, I set a boundary there too, where it's like, if it's something that's not really serious, 10, 15 minutes. All right, man, I'm gonna let you go. And I say it too. I'm gonna let you go. I got some stuff to do. It's fine to say that. Um, But if it's something serious, you may end up on the phone for like a half an hour, like it just depends on the situation. But if you allow too many of those scenarios in your life, those people, you're enabling them. So they are used to leaning on you time and time again to solve their problems, and they're not problem solving. And it's also interrupting your flow as well. So just like that caterpillar, it's cool to set a boundary and just kind of like be. Because then you can kind of assess everything that has to do with you and organize it all. And it's like, man, I got ADHD, so it's already hard enough to organize my brain nuggets. So it's kind of like, well, see, there it is, kicked in. But yeah, so you're able to, organize all this stuff and keep it in the same area for you, if that makes sense. You're able to put all your processors, all your engines, and focus all your television screens on things that you need to do. And it makes you a lot more successful of a person. So what kind of boundaries have you set? Give me some examples. Drop in the comments below.